You ever notice how some people walk into a room and suddenly it feels brighter? Everyone looks their way. Everyone wants to talk to them. They're not celebrities, not even the best dressed, yet they have that spark. And you think, wow, they're just naturally likable. I used to believe that too. But the truth is, it's not some born with a charm. It's a skill, a learnable, teachable, repeatable skill. And that's what we're diving into today. The Timeless Lessons from How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. The book's almost a century old, but humans haven't exactly released a new version. Our hearts and minds still run on the same emotional software. We still crave connection, attention, respect, and importance. So today, this isn't a lecture. It's practical psychology for everyday life. It's the hidden game behind friends, co-workers, teams, even strangers on a bus. And once you get it, you'll carry a quiet power wherever you go. The power to connect deeply and influence gracefully. Think about that one friend, the one who can talk to absolutely anyone. What do they really do? Are they the loudest, the smartest, the prettiest? Not really. They just make you feel good about yourself. Here's the secret. Every person you meet is silently asking you for one thing. Please, make me feel important. That invisible sign hangs around every neck. When you treat them like they matter, they light up. That's connection. Now, the first habit, be genuinely interested in people. Not the fake nodding while scrolling kind of interest. Real curiosity. Ask about their dreams, their stories, their little victories. You'd be amazed what people share if someone simply listens without waiting for their turn to talk. There's a psychology trick here. It's called the spotlight effect. We all think the world's watching us, but most people are focused on themselves. So when you shift that spotlight onto them, when you say, "Tell me more," or "That's interesting, how did that happen?" you give them peace, and you become unforgettable. Now, principle 2, smile. Simple, right? But it's ridiculous how powerful it is. Your smile is your first impression, your emotional handshake. And science says it's contagious. Mirror neurons in the brain literally copy emotions. So when you smile with genuine warmth, you shift the emotional temperature in the room instantly. It's invisible influence. Third, remember names. Your name is the sweetest sound in your language. It's basically emotional music. Think back to childhood. When your teacher remembered your name on the first day, it felt special, right? Now imagine doing that for others. People think remembering names is hard. It's not. You just have to care enough. When you meet someone, repeat the name in conversation. Write it down afterward. Connect it with their face. You're not memorizing, you're giving them importance. Once, in college, I had a professor who remembered hundreds of students by name. I asked how he did it, and he said, "You remember what you love." I decided to love my students. That's the core of it. Love people enough to pay attention. Connection isn't a gift, it's a choice. Next, be a good listener. Real influence starts with ears, not lips. You might think you win people over with great stories or clever jokes, but actually, people like you more when they talk more. The sweetest sound in any conversation is not your voice. It's theirs coming through feeling understood. Here's the trick. Instead of waiting for your turn, listen with curiosity. Nod. Ask questions that expand, not end. Try to listen 70% of the time, talk 30%. You'll notice conversations last longer, feel lighter, and leave people secretly thinking, "Wow, you're easy to talk to." That's the magic, because now they associate you with comfort, and that's real influence. Next habit, avoid arguments. Now this doesn't mean agree with everything or be a doormat. It means understanding that arguments feed the ego, not the relationship. The moment you say you're wrong, people stop listening. They start defending. You might win the point, but you lose the person. So instead, say, "That's interesting. Help me understand how you see it." You've just flipped the fight into dialogue. That disarms people. And fun fact, people often end up convincing themselves to see your side once they feel safe. Psychology calls this the liking principle. People listen to those they like. So keep the bridge up, not burned. Next, admit when you're wrong, quickly and honestly. There's nothing more calming than someone who says, "You're right, I messed up." It sounds simple, but it's incredibly rare. Most people double down, defend, deflect. But when you admit fault, people's walls crumble. You're showing confidence, not weakness. Because genuine humility is magnetic. It builds trust instantly. Let's take a breath. Look at what we've built so far. 7 timeless tools. 1. Be genuinely interested in others. 2. Smile. 3. Remember names. 4. Listen deeply. 5. Avoid arguments. 6. Admit mistakes. None of these require money, talent, or beauty. They require intention, the decision to care more than average. And once you live like that, you'll find influence effortless. People start opening up to your words because they feel your heart behind them. You'll notice new opportunities because your relationships will grow deeper, healthier, happier. Now bring it home with me. Every time you talk to someone, think, how can I leave them feeling better than before we talked? That's it. That's the whole philosophy wrapped into one simple rule. You'll win friends naturally, not by manipulation, but by pure humanity. You'll influence people not because you push them, but because they want to follow your energy. And here's the beautiful twist. When you focus on making others feel important, you become important too. So step out today with that mission. Listen more, smile more, use names, lift others up. It's not flashy, but it's powerful. Because long after people forget your jokes, your outfits, your Instagram handle, they'll always remember how you made them feel. That is how you truly win friends and influence people.